Hello, hello, hello. Hang on. Let me get this started. I gotta record this audio. I'm only a little late. I know I said I'd be here earlier, but yeah. Busy. Oh, shit. Hold on. Damn it. Check. All right. We're good. Welcome. Welcome to you all. Check. You won't believe the noise my back just made. Crumble, crumble, crack, crumble. Oh, no. Look at this. Brian writes, I just woke up to no heat downstairs in my house. It's covered under our protection plan, but will be fixed tomorrow. It's going to be a brisk 65 degrees on the first floor. Brisk? 65? I keep my in-home at 63 during the day. Oh, 65? You're throwing away money. What? Listen. Knuckles. Oh, neck. Brian says, I got two little ones here. Space heater. Hold on. Neck. Microphone on the neck. Hold on. Dr. Ian. Oh. Okay, I got to get this shit going, man. Come on. Quit screwing around. Hold on, I got to screw around more. All right, I got to play the John intro. Whoops. That's not the John intro. I've got a computer. I've got all sorts of shit going on here. Oh! Yeah.
And now, here's a guy who really ought to be saving his breath for his inflatable date.
You're the most ridiculous of me!
It's the Eric Zane Show podcast with your host, Eric Zane.
Thank you, Johnny. Welcome into the Eric Zane Show podcast. The Patreon bonus. Got a couple of new people that are checking this out. Thank you. Welcome to you all. Just talked to this guy the other day. I got to bring him back. See if I can get him for just a little taste of what he brings to the table. That would be one Butthead Lautner. Come on, man. Pick up. It's me. Oh, did you pick it up and hang it up? I actually heard you pick it up.
Hello?
What the hell happened?
What do you mean?
Well, you picked it up and then hung it up.
I don't know. I just answered the phone and then there was nobody there.
So listen, I've got you on the phone, obviously, and I'm live right now on my live stream. So say hi.
Nice.
So say hi to everybody.
Hello, everybody.
It's been too long. Mark.
Yeah, it has.
No, Mark. The reason why I'm calling. I mean, I know you and I spoke about getting you in here, but it kind of just popped into my brain that I should get you on because I played an intro from that moment from 2016 when you and Diana were laughing, and that there was that whole crack in the universe thing that happened because
got into a wormhole
because of you laughing. But people have asked about you, Mark. So, and I don't want to spoil the thunder of when you actually visit me, but has the laugh taken place anytime recently that's got you into some maybe looks from people?
Oh, every time it happens.
When was the last time?
Anytime you laugh at a bar and people, what was that?
Yeah, I know it, but I meant like, is it recent memory? Like in the last week, have you been laughing so hard that you did the goose laugh?
It's pretty rare. It doesn't happen a whole lot, but when it does, it's loud. It's a head turner. So.
Yeah. Has it ever gotten you laid? Has it ever broken the ice to a?
I don't think so.
What is the earliest manifestation of it that was recorded? Maybe a videotape when you were like 5 years old.
I don't. Honestly, the first record of it probably would have been on a show back when I was an intern. Like the first time it was filmed.
Oh, wow. So like your mom and dad were like, don't tell anybody he laughs that way. Yeah.
Oh no, they're horrified by it.
Hey, now, Mark, you've come a long way because when I first knew you, your dad was kind of like, hey, Mark's kind of stuck in a rut here, but you seem to have found your way. He must be very proud of you.
Oh, yeah. I say I'm doing well now.
Okay, good.
Took a while.
How old are you, 27, 28?
I'll be 30 in March.
Oh, my God. That's sickening, man. Holy crap.
I know.
All right.
I was 20 when I met you guys.
Wow, man. So what do you listen to now? Do you still listen to the old show?
Oh yeah, I listen to that show. I listen to your podcast. And
oh, thank you.
Yeah, a little bit here and there. I like the when you bring on the Griffins guys. Those are always good.
Yeah, always fun. Okay, good. Well, we're gonna have you in here very soon. Okay, Mark.
Absolutely.
Happy Thanksgiving. Are you working today? Are you working?
I am at work right now.
Oh, you are? What do you do for a living again?
I'm a computer programmer.
Oh, Jesus. Hey, do you know how to get me on Alexa?
As far as like,
no. I mean, can you write some code for me to get me on Alexa?
No, that doesn't work that way.
It doesn't work that way. Oh.
No, it's there's some things you can do, but like big giant corporations don't usually let you just hack into their system.
All right. That isn't what I meant, but either way. Okay, Mark. All right, I'll talk to you down the road. I'll talk to you very soon. We'll have you in here.
Okay. See you soon, Zane.
All right, see ya. One and only BL Butthead Lautner joining us on Free Patreon Friday. How about that? I don't know what got into me. Oops. A lot of noise there. Sorry. All right. Welcome into new folks. This is what I do on a regular basis. If you are new to the Patreon, you need to know this. We created a game. A person emailed me some time ago that I should do something like this, but the incorporating of Throat/Dale was kind of my baby. This is an idea I thought of moment. The world famous Throat/Dale. You've heard so many times. Hey, Zane, want to get on there, man? The idea was start with the name, work backwards. That's how these ideas go usually. If there's a really good one, it usually starts with good name for a bit, and then it works backwards. And it's a ripoff from Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? So are you smarter than a former drug dealer? Mark was a big time, not Mark. Dale was a big-time drug dealer in Muskegon County. The guy. He was like, and then he spent many, many years incarcerated on those from those years and has since left that life behind him. And as you heard on the radio for years, he's turned the corner. He's sober now, thank God. And he's a friend of mine. He and his better half, Sarah, are friends of the family, and they come over from time to time and we podcast. Thus, the idea was, hey, we'll get you in here and we'll play a game on Patreon called Smarter Than a Former Drug Dealer Trivia. And the idea was $1 a game. If he wins, it rolls over. But side note to this, I had a new sponsor who I haven't yet revealed, and I will probably today, that he wants to sponsor it for $25 a game, which that's freaking sweet. And so I got to have a discussion with this guy to determine more about it. But it's looking like that could be a deal where each game is worth $25. So if Dale wins, it rolls over. So I mean, that's big. I mean, I that means that this game is coming together. So I'll keep you updated on that. But you can only play if you're a Patreon member. You can only listen to it if you're a Patreon member. You can only watch it if you're a Patreon member. Because while we're going to do it is December 15th is the first ever edition of Smarter Than a Former Drug Dealer Trivia. Dale's going to sit down. Hey, I'm ready to go, Zane. And he will take on a Patreon member in the trivia game. Similar, exact same as to what Dumber Than Zane used to be. First to 5, you can steal points. The whole thing is just like my old game, which isn't played anymore. So what the hell? I might as well just take it back. Except I am running the game. Dale is taking you on in Smarter Than a Former Drug Dealer Trivia. So if you want to be in on the game and if you want to hear it and take part in it, it is a Patreon-only thing. So I feel that this is something that's going to shake Patreon up and kick it in the pants like it needs to. And you need to be on board. So sign up on the Patreon. If you're enjoying this right now, that's how you do it. You can get to it by going to ericzaneshow.com. And if you only want to listen to it, then it's $5 a month, the Patreon. But if you want to get the full Monty, you can do $10 a month. Now, if you're a Patreon member, you're eligible to play. But you need to do one particular thing. You got to get a Skype account. What is that? Some of you just don't know what it is. That's a way to communicate face-to-face, similar to FaceTime. Before FaceTime, it was Skype. But we're going to Skype you in, which means you're not going to be phoned in. Like you heard how Mark sounded over the phone, which was fine, but Skype is much better sound. So I'll talk you through it if you don't know how to do it, but just look it up. Skype app, Skype download. Doesn't matter. If you put it on your laptop, your desktop, your iPad, your tablet, your iPhone, doesn't matter. Get a Skype account. And I need your username, okay? And then you get that to me. You don't know how to do that, send me an email. I'll walk you through all this. It's very, very simple. And when we play the game, I will live stream the game. So you will see Dale, you will see me, you will see his competitor on the screen. So that's fun. That is really, really fun. And that is, again, a Patreon-only thing. So if you want to take part of this, you won't get it on the freebie. I'm making it exclusive to the members who pay for that. So that's going to be fun. It's well worth it, and a chance to win cash, and I couldn't be happier with it. This is the second incident of this that is going around. It happened once in California, and now it happened in Toronto, Canada. Deranged people are walking around with buckets of shit and walking up to people and dumping it on them like a gator bath. Some sick maniac in Los Angeles did this about a month ago. And unsuspecting person just walking down the street. The maniac comes up and dumps in that case, I think it was a coffee can. But I mean, seriously, I think I would rather get stabbed, than have someone dump a bucket of that on me. This is happening in and around the colleges that exist in Toronto. The images, which I won't immediately be able to link up in the comments of this podcast, but I will a little later on today if you check back, or you can just search out the story. It's quite simple to find. Show security camera footage of this gentleman. I shouldn't call him a gentleman. This person walking around with a bucket. And you know what's in the bucket. Number 2. What is going on here? Bad things are happening to me. Sorry. All right, I'm back. University students in Toronto have one less thing to be stressed about after a man accused of throwing buckets of poop on people was arrested. They caught the guy. Hell, in Canada, they'll probably take the guy who got busted for throwing poop on people and just say, hey, don't do that anymore. And then let him free. You know how it is there. Bunch of wimps. They should have Don Cherry kick his ass. It started on November 22nd when a man entered Robert's Library on the University of Toronto campus and had a bucket of liquefied fecal matter. Threw the bucket on two people. I picture it like in the old, when you went to go see the Harlem Globetrotters, and the Globetrotters are running around with the bucket chasing the ref, and then they throw the bucket, and then the ref moves, and the confetti goes all over the fans. That's what was going on, except it wasn't confetti. No. Then it happened again, November 24th, at another library at another school in the city's North End. Two people, a man and a woman, were hit. What the fuck? Then again on November 25th, a woman in the area of college, that gives streets, who cares? The same thing. So this guy is a serial shit thrower. Police released the security footage, and it wasn't long before they got the guy. 5 counts of assault with a weapon. I mean, that is a weapon of mass destruction, right? That's a terrorist chemical attack. A University of Toronto student described the first scene to CTV News, saying she thought the bucket contained coffee at first. Quote, all of a sudden, then the smell hit, she said. That's not coffee. I thought I was going to faint. Me and my friends packed up our stuff and ran out of the room. It says the origin of the poop remains unclear. I don't know if you had to choose, what would you choose? Animal feces or human feces? All we know is it was feces, cops said. But we don't know yet if it's human feces. Do they end up running out that ground ball and determine if this is a human or not? The mayor thanked the police for the arrest. While the suspect was still at large, the poop bandit was the talk of Toronto's big 3 university campuses where students are currently studying for exams. Over at Ryerson University, there was worry he would strike there. This person tweeted out, poop man strikes again. Please don't come to Ryerson. I'm not making it up. The name of the bad guy, his last name was Opoku. O-P-O-K-U. Opoku. What is his first name? He looks like some type of national from some faraway place. You know that guy's not wearing the poppy. Old Opoku. His name's Opoku. How is his name Opoku? Man. Trouble on the set of the show America's Got Talent. Then I got to leave it here because I'm limited time. I got to be to work at 10:45. It's 10:08 right now. I'm bummed about this because I am a huge fan of Julianne Hough. That's right. I was biting my hand like one of the two guys, Lenny and Squiggy on Laverne and Shirley. What a babe, Julianne Hough. Her and Gabrielle Union have left the show. I love this show, America's Got Talent. Why? What happened? Well, toxic work environment. So you're thinking, oh, somebody walked up to them and grabbed their ass, said they're going to stoop them over the AGT table, make them maybe dump poop on them or something like that. Something's getting bad. It's some Me Too moment. Something really bad has had to have happened on the set of America's Got Talent. Well, let me explain to you the number one reason why they are leaving the show. It involves Jay Leno, old-time host of The Tonight Show. You know, Jay Leno, he's a legend. He did something very, very offensive when he was one of the guests for the taping of America's Got Talent. This happened back in April. People are telling on him now. And, Jay Leno, this is pretty serious stuff. If you get put in the crosshairs of woke people these days, they're liable to, end your career. Let's see if that happens here. Let me go through what Jay Leno is being accused of. First of all, let me, before I do that, 12 ridiculously awesome people enjoying the Patreon live stream. Thank you so much. This is the incident that offended AGT staffers. The former late night host made a joke about a painting that was on display. The painting was of one of the judges and the executive producer, Simon Cowell. It's a painting on the wall of Simon. And in the painting, he's surrounded by dogs. Okay? Leno joked, hey, those dogs look like something that you'd find on the menu at a Korean restaurant. Stupid, low-hanging fruit, not funny. That's it. Not offensive. Hey, boy, those dogs, that look like something if you were like walking in a Korean restaurant. I have some Labrador and some Golden Doodle and a side of French Bulldog. That's it. That was the joke. That's why they're leaving. They're leaving. Well, there's a little bit more to it than that. Huff is claiming, or Gabrielle Union's claiming racism. I'll talk about that in a second. But that's part of it. Toxic work environment because Jay Leno made that joke. What the hell is going on? 4 people at the taping told Variety, when some people voiced concern about the inappropriate joke, Gabrielle Union urged the producers to report this incident to human resources at NBC. Oh, there we go. That's how it is these days. That happened to me at my last job. You piss somebody off, they do not hesitate. They run, they cry, they lose their minds. They're going to do everything they can to undermine you at every turn you make. Oh my God, how terrible is this? Fortunately, human resources didn't do anything because it's stupid. The line, it was actually in the taping that he said it. It wasn't like off camera. That line was apparently cut from the episode when it aired on August 6th. Yahoo Entertainment reached out to representatives for Leno and Gabrielle Union, but did not immediately receive responses. That is embarrassing that he can make that stupid joke and they try to get him busted, try to get him fired over that. Fuck you. The alleged Leno situation is one example of what multiple insiders told Variety was a toxic culture at the show. Oh, so toxic. You know, that's another word that the snowflakes use these days, toxic. This is toxic to me. This is very toxic. What a toxic day it is. You are so toxic. Shut up! According to sources, Huff and Union were critiqued over their physical appearance. 2 insiders familiar with the set said Huff had received consistent criticism on hair, makeup, and wardrobe, which impacted her morale and led to tensions. Well, let me tell you this. If you're on TV for a living and you look like shit and someone thinks you look like shit, it's okay for them to tell you that because you're on TV. That's the way it goes. Gabrielle, we don't like your outfit. Why? Because we don't, and we're the boss. We don't like your hair. Why? Because we said so. Tough. Fix your hair. We don't like it. It's a TV show. You're getting paid handsomely for this show. Do what you're told. But she is throwing in racism to it. I don't know if it's true. I suspect not. But if it is, that's terrible. I'm guessing she's just pissed off because they said, hey, your hair looks like shit. Huff, who has 2 upcoming Christmas specials with NBC, denied the claims to Variety. She says, I had a wonderful time in America's Got Talent. I love working with the cast, crew, and producers. I'm happy to continue my working relationship with NBC, she said. Wait a minute here. Didn't I just say that Huff was out? Oh, yeah, maybe she had a change of heart. As for Union, Variety reports she, quote, was subjected to a very specific critique that her rotating hairstyles were, quote, too black for the audience of AGT. I don't believe that. I don't believe that in this day and age, knowing what they know in a culture like NBC, which has already been fucking run through the ringer, that they would look at her and say, yeah, that's a little too black. I don't believe it. Sorry. I would need to see it written down, or not see it written down, but actually get the quote. I would have to hear someone say that before I believe that to happen. It was a note, or prove it in a note she received over 6 times, according to 4 sources with direct knowledge of the exchanges who spoke on the condition of anonymity. The article claims Union also expressed concern over an incident that occurred during an audition taping this season when she believed a white male performer crossed the line in portraying people of color. Producers purportedly told her they would edit the moment out later. A rep for Union declined to comment to Variety. Well, you know what? If you're going to make these charges, you better be able to back this shit up. People's lives are at stake. And if it's true, well, then sure, they need to be dragged through the mud and fired. America's Got Talent has a long history of inclusivity and diversity in both our talent and the acts championed by the show. On and on and on. They deny. I have no idea. Well, she's gone. Variety's article follows a report from entertainment writer B. Scott claiming Union was fired as a result of her speaking out about problematic situations at AGT. Well, I tell you what, when you start with, I'm pissed off because Jay Leno made the Korean dog joke. That's too much. How toxic is that? Oh, my God. I think I'm toxic. What do you think, guys? Hey, my dogs aren't offended, and they're here right now. And now, folks, I got to go. I got to get to work. Jesus. I wish I could do it longer. So my wife always says, too. Hey-oh! Folks are awesome. Follow me on Twitter at Eric Zane Show. The Blue Frost IT Twitter page. Facebook.com/Eric Zane fan page. Brought to you by Irvine's Auto Repair. Thank you. Bye-bye.